From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update. Sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling.
Hi, I'm Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Wednesday, December 29th. The first half of the day is expected to be dry. More rain moves in close to sunset. On and off showers are likely during the nighttime hours, and highs could get into the low 50s. Violence across Indianapolis. At least 3 people are dead after multiple shootings overnight. Officials say tensions were high as some communities were shaken by the violence. It all started around 9:30 last night when police responded to a call of multiple shots fired in a neighborhood off of Rue de Margot Drive, near West 71st Street and Michigan Avenue. When officers got there, they say they found all 3 victims in an apartment parking lot, 2 of them dead. Officials there say they don't believe this incident is random. A few hours later, a woman was found, as officers put it, suffering from gunshot wounds. She was later pronounced dead at the scene. This happened on Bolton Avenue near Arlington and 46th. Indianapolis's homicide count was 263 for the year before these. Right now, listen to Simone Burris describe the count.
It was 263 this morning, and then an additional 3 tonight. And then we had another one that was sent out, so that puts us at 267 unofficially.
We did have News 8 crews at both locations. There were family members of the victim at the crime scene on Bolton Avenue. Police are describing these types of situations as disturbing. A 5th person was then found shot near a home on Lewiston Drive near I-65 in Lewiston. It happened just after 2 this morning. Officials didn't share any details aside from the individual being stable. Officer Burris also says as this year comes to an end, they do not want to respond to any more gun violence. She's asking that the community be mindful of their neighbors. IMPD plans to send more information on the official homicide count later today. Also today, Governor Holcomb will address the state of the pandemic. Indiana's newest report shows 3,058 people in the hospital with COVID-19. Yesterday's number ties the most in a single day over the last year. Wish TV medical expert and former Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams tells us what he wants to hear from state leaders.
I'm hoping that Governor Holcomb and Dr. Box will address what they're going to do going into the new year to make testing more available and to get more people vaccinated and boosted, and to continue the outreach that's going to be necessary to defeat the virus.
You can watch the governor's address at 2:30 this afternoon on Wish TV. You can also stream it on wishtv.com, on our news app, and through our Facebook page. And health experts say the COVID-19 symptoms list is growing. With cold and flu season here, News 8's Demi Johnson explains what doctors say you need to be looking for.
Doctors say now is not the time to think twice about getting tested for COVID-19.
What we're seeing today is that symptomatic people who are getting checked for COVID are coming back positive at a very high rate.
And for many people, those symptoms just feel like the common cold or even allergies. Vice President of Medical Affairs for Franciscan Health, Christopher Doring, says that's a little different from what we were told to watch out for in the beginning. Now, he says, on top of body aches, chest pain, fever, and loss of taste and smell, sneezing and congestion can also be symptoms of the virus, and more specifically, the Omicron variant.
Those are all very non-specific symptoms, and they could all be COVID. What we're learning about the Omicron is that overall the symptoms tend to be milder maybe and a little more like the common cold.
Doring says while Omicron may not be as severe as other variants, it does seem to be spreading much faster.
You can still get very seriously ill even from the Omicron variant. So it's very important to stay attuned to your symptoms. This thing is so contagious. The Omicron variant seems to be even more contagious than the Delta variant, which was already super easy to spread.
Doring says with this latest surge, it's better to be safe than sorry. He suggests mask wearing, frequent hand washing, testing if you feel sick, and getting vaccinated.
As we're hearing about from athletes all over the country, hearing from a lot of friends and family, this thing is spreading very fast and it's hard to avoid, but not impossible. So do those things, get boosted, get vaccinated, and protect yourself.
In Indianapolis, I'm Demi Johnson for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
We're working to learn the starting status for quarterback Carson Wentz for Sunday's game. Wentz is on the reserve COVID-19 list. He reportedly tested positive for the virus the same day the NFL changed its protocols to align with the CDC. The isolation period is now 5 days instead of 10. if there are no symptoms. The chance for Wentz to play depends on when he is or was ruled symptom-free. He's among 6 other starting teammates on the list. The Colts host the Raiders on Sunday for the final home game of the regular season. Kickoff is 1 o'clock.
I have never worked a day in my life. I went from player to coach to a broadcaster, and I am the luckiest guy in the world.
The football world is mourning the death of a legend. Hall of Fame coach and broadcaster John Madden has died at 85 years old, a larger-than-life personality. Madden's passion for the game helped inform hardcore and casual fans across America, entertaining them along the way. Tributes have been pouring in overnight from all over the NFL and beyond. People are sharing the impact of a beloved and boisterous voice now silent. And Madden's former team will be at Lucas Oil for the Colts game this weekend. I just mentioned it briefly, but before his famous broadcasting career, Madden coached the then Oakland Raiders. He led them to victory in Super Bowl XI and is still the team's all-time winningest coach. The Raiders will play the Colts in Indy Sunday at 1 o'clock. Madden provided commentary for all 4 major networks over his broadcasting career. He was also inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. He reflected on the concept of immortality in his induction speech.
Some of us think maybe we will be immortal, that we'll live forever, but when you really think about it, we're not going to be. But I say this, through this bust, with these guys, in that hall, we will be forever.
Former Colts quarterback Peyton Manning released a statement overnight. He spoke of his grandfather's love of John Madden and his late broadcasting partner, Pat Summerall. He remembers the game the pair called during his second year. Manning said in part, "We won the game that day," and John Madden said, "The Colts are on their way." It's one thing for a fan to say the Colts are on their way. When John Madden says that meant something. Colts owner Jim Irsay tweeted, "Rest in peace, John Madden, one of our all-time most beloved personalities." Also overnight, Raiders owner Mark Davis lit the Al Davis Memorial torch in Madden's memory. Madden was the first person to light the torch in 2011. We don't know the cause of death yet. His funeral arrangements are pending. And Washington is reacting to the loss of a longtime political giant. Former Democratic Senate leader Harry Reid died from a struggle with pancreatic cancer. President Biden, former President Obama, and current Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer are all praising the Nevada politician's work and impact on their own political careers. Schumer wrote on social media that was one of the most amazing individuals he ever met. He describes Reid as a mentor and friend who was tough, caring, and compassionate. Harry Reid was 82 years old. And the House committee investigating the January 6th insurrection will not receive hundreds of pages of records from the Trump administration. It's holding off on its attempt to get the records at the request of the White House. It says releasing all the documents could compromise national security and executive privilege. This comes as the panel is preparing to release an interim report this summer. That's according to an aide to the committee. They also say lawmakers hope to release a final report by the fall. According to the aide, the timeline is a goal, not a deadline. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo will not be charged in Westchester County. The county's district attorney made the announcement yesterday after an investigation into the allegations from 2 women accusing Cuomo of inappropriate conduct. According to the DA, investigators focused on allegations from a state trooper who served on Cuomo's security team and another woman who met Cuomo at an event. The district attorney's office says the investigation did find credible evidence of inappropriate conduct, but charges can't be pursued because of the statutory requirements of New York's criminal laws. Multiple other investigations into Cuomo's actions are still underway. The Indianapolis Department of Public Works wants to help you get rid of old electronics. They're hosting a post-holiday recycling event next month at Garfield Park. It'll be on January 22nd from 9 to 2. The event is open to all Marion County residents. People can drop off unused or broken electronics so they may be properly recycled. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling. This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.